It's the Cornermen Radio live with Barzini and Ernesto Rodriguez. Man, I want to ask you, what's the next fight for Jarrett Hurd and when you can see Jarrett Hurd coming back?
Well, the next fight, we really don't know. I couldn't tell you exactly who's the next fighter. That's something that we will have to sit down and speak with a management company. But I think that November is a date, a month that's very most likely, or late October, November, somewhere between there, that will give Jarrett the time to heal, the time to have the therapy on the shoulder and train, because you have to get in training shape, and then you have to get in fighting shape, two different type of conditioning and training methods. So you have to give the time. You have to give his body time to adjust to the recent surgery. So I would say late October, early November. I mean, you expect to see Swift, Jarrett Hurd, the unified champion, to come back and defend his title against, I'm sure, someone with a credible opponent.
Okay, so you said names like Julian Williams, J-Rock, and Brian Castano, man, as a right-handed fighter, gearing him up for the Jamel fight next. What's your thoughts? Is those perfect opponents for Jarrett Hurd comeback, or are you looking for someone else?
Well, those are very good opponents. Those opponents are not soft opponents at all. Those are very quality fighters. Tough fights. Those aren't easy fights at all. So if any of those fighters arise to be the opponent, we got our hands cut out, because they're very good, solid, respectable fighters. Whether it be whether it be J-Rock or whether it be Brian Castano, two solid, world-class fighters. I definitely respect both of them, and I'm sure Jared respects them as well. But we are going with the same mentality that we always do. Hey, the breakdown begins at the 4th round.
So some people wondering, where did the tune-up thing came out? Are you considering J-Rock or Brian Castano or Kell Brook a tune-up fight? Or?
No. See, I think people got that misunderstood. I think when he was saying that he would like to have a tune-up, but he also knows that he has mandatories that may be obligated in J-Rock and Brian Castano. So I think people put the two sentences together and call them as tune-up. There's no way that we're considering J-Rock or Brian Castano tune-ups at all. But like I said, we don't know who's going to fight, whether it be J-Rock, Brian Castano, or another opponent. That's yet to be determined. Everything's going to be dependent on how the shoulder heals and how he feels. But one thing that I can pretty much say for sure, that the Jamel Charlo fight should be happening the first half of the next year. That's what we would like to see. So, hopefully everything plays out and everything goes according to plan, and nobody gets cut, no one gets injured, and that's a fight that everyone wants to see, including me. I want to see the fight. I'm gonna be ringside. I want to see the fight myself.
Right. So you guys was calling out for Kell Brook. Kell Brook is fighting Brandon Cook July 28th in 2 weeks. If he gets past Brandon Cook, do y'all still want to fight Kell Brook in the fall?
I mean, that's a fight that's possible. But see, the thing is, we didn't call out Kell Brook. Kell Brook called us out. All we did was respond to his call out. Kell Brook went on the internet and he made some comments as to Jarrett is an ordinary fighter and he's easy to be beat. Some along those. So at that point is when Jarrett said, hey, well, if you feel that way, let's make it happen. And he did respond and call them out. But we're not in the business of calling anybody out. We go through the management company and we let them handle who we want to fight in a professional manner. But sometimes you hear people keep calling and calling. You're gonna respond it's only natural to respond in a certain way to people's loudmouth and you know, just comments in general that, you know, really aren't warranted. But, you know, you can fight the fight all you want, but at the end of the day, you got to fight in the ring.
Right, right. Well, you know what I find it ironic? Most people wanted to see Jamel and Kell Brook get it in, and they okay that fight. Right. But if Jared wants to fight Kell Brook, people have a problem. I don't understand why. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody want to see a unification. Right. Everybody want to see Jamel and Hurd. Like, that's a no-brainer. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to know your thoughts on that. Why is it okay for Jamel to fight Kell Brook, but Jared can't fight Kell Brook?
Well, you know, he's the guy that's you know, making himself heard out of the most of the junior middleweight. Jared is a quiet guy. You know, he's really not loudmouth and outspoken. So, you know, most people, some people tend to gravitate to that type of attitude. So, hey, they want to jump on his bandwagon, and whatever he wants to do is okay, and whatever the other opponent that's on the other side of the pond, it ain't no good. But remember this, Jared Hurd is the #1 junior middleweight champion of the world. He's a unified champion.
King Swift. So Swift King.
So we're going to move as we move when we ready to move. We're not going to move on somebody else's term. But the fight will be made, trust me. The fight will be made. We want the fight. There's no ducking. There's no whatever people saying is crazy. It's preposterous. So
yeah, it's funny, you know, man. They calling Jared Hurd Keith Thurman 2.0. You hear these comments and they saying Jared ducking Jamel, you know, because the right-handed thing came about. But I said to my subscribers on my YouTube channel, I said, yo, Jared Hurd gonna have one fight, and then he gonna fight Jamel. Absolutely. It's not like he said 3 years down the line, 3 fights down the line. Just give me one, and then I'll fight that one.
That's what we requested for. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what we get. Yeah.
I don't know, man. These boxing fans are really crazy, man. I don't understand these guys, man.
When the fight comes about, hey, man, like they did before, they gonna jump on our side, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking forward to it. We just gotta, like I said, we gotta take it this fight sometime late in the winter, and then we're looking forward to sometime in the spring, hopefully in the spring
summer.
Yeah, for the showdown. So, you know, it's a good fight for boxing, man. It's a good fight for us. It's a good fight for everybody. You know, you got the cream of the crop, 2 young, 27-year-old young fighters. One who can pressure you till you bust open, or if he chooses to fight you on the back foot. I mean, and same thing for Charlo. He has a new style where now he wants to pressure you, or he can box. So it all going to depend on whose will going to be stronger, who's going to be strong in the mind. And as you can see, my fighter, he doesn't crack under pressure. No. He stays cool the whole time. And it ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
Right. Yeah. So why is Jared Hurd always, lately, his last couple fights, fighting, come forward and not showing displaying his boxing slick style like he did Galarza?
Well, if you look at it like this, you fought Tony Harrison, who's a strong puncher, who's a boxer, great hand speed, footwork. Most likely, it was going to be harder for us to try to outbox him, so we had to take the fight to him. Same thing with Austin Trout, a southpaw, a slick, crafty southpaw. Even the great Jamal Charlo couldn't knock out. Miguel Cotto couldn't knock him out. Lara couldn't knock him out. Canelo Alvarez couldn't knock him out. None of those fighters could knock him out. And those fighters, to some people, are considered a higher grade than Jared. Well, guess what? Jared went ahead and changed his style in order to make the fight to get the stoppage, in which he did. He became the first fighter to stop Austin Trout. So, you know, he had to switch up the style, which shows a lot coming from him. That he's able to make the adjustment to win a fight. Same thing with Lara. We knew that we had to fight Lara. We saw how Angulo fought him. So we know we had to study Angulo tape, and we had to be Angulo times 10. And Jared from round one went right at him. You know, touch, brick the whole time. Until he broke him down in the 12th round. Luckily, you know, he didn't have enough time to stop him. But, you know, hey, that just show how tough Lara, how tough of a fighter he is. So, hey, that's why you saw the different style. He had to fight these guys because if he would have tried to box Lara, it would have been a nightmare.
Right. All right, one more question.